So that's
What?
it. Some sweet goals at the China's National Kids Cup. What a finish by Samuel and Adele Samuel. He eventually went on to score a hat trick from the Onikon Center. And of course, we also saw some beautiful games at Campus Square. We're still monitoring all going on at the China's National Kids Cup. We told you today is the real deal. We will come back to tell you the schools that represent Lagos at the Nationals. We're about catching them young, and we are so ready to do that. Okay, let's go on with the show now. About 2 weeks ago, the Minister for Youth and Sport in Nigeria, Barrister Solomon Dalung, inaugurated a committee to restructure and redefine sports in Nigeria. We heard about it and said that's really cool, because that committee has been given a 7-point agenda that will make sports in Nigeria admirable again. Isn't that lovely? We want to be part of this discussion now because we want to take a look at what that committee seeks to achieve and how they're going to go about it. Mr. Godwin Kenka has been appointed the chairman of that committee. He is known as a vibrant tennis follower and a passionate sports person. He will be talking to us as regards all that they've been given to do and the ways they think they can achieve that mission. Godwin Kenka joins us now on the show to take a look at that committee and the 7-point agenda. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're taking a look at this committee headed by you. So much to look at in terms of developing Nigerian sports. Where do you think we need to start from?
We need to start from where we are now. Where we should be, and I think between that framework we can situate ourselves. But basically, where do we start from? We have a 7-point agenda, so that's a start, and it's all inclusive. But let's also say that this 7-point agenda, while there are some new elements, most of them have gone before. I mean, there have been several committees, several years, in the past, which had come up with very voluminous and verbose recommendations. And these haven't been implemented as well as people would like. But I think we all know the problems, most of the problems that bedevil Nigerian sports.
That's right.
And we had an open session on Wednesday with the media, and we had resource persons come and enlighten us from the private world. And I think it was a big eye-opener. The sports editors who were there could not leave their seats, even when it was over, well past their production time, because it was so captivating, so enriching, and we learned a lot. So we have to know, that is where we think that the start is, without jumping what we're discussing and all that, because what I'm saying now is in the public domain. It was an open session, so I can talk about it. Is that we have to know that the 21st century, it's a no-job century. Okay, just like the turn of the 20th century when machines took over production and a lot of people lost their jobs, the 21st century is even worse. The one computer, as our research person emphasized, can do the work of 30 people. Take the ATM, for instance. You do not need to go to the cashier. Right. So banks are going to need less and less cashiers. So if you replicate that in other sectors, you know that it's a no-job century. And it is not the fault of the government. Okay, so lots of graduates from all institutions, after primary, after secondary, are going to be in the job market. There's a hiatus between when people finish secondary school and when they get into the university, and there's a mass of young guys, talents there. Okay, but this, I'm just situating it.
That's right.
So you can begin to imagine what role sports can now play in containing these young people. Okay, and like I always say, sports is the second largest employer of labor in the world, and so it goes without saying that we need to have a sports industry in Nigeria from what you guys are doing from the primary school, community levels, all the way to professional, national and professional level. So we have to change our thinking. And as the resource person said, you cannot bring 20th century situations, solutions to 21st century problems. Okay, so you need people with MBA capacities to run sports, at the federation level. And you need to bring masses of people into the system. So now the point is, how do we achieve that? That is where the committee comes in, to be high on the details, on the solutions, and the hows.
Okay, now what are some of the things that you guys have actually come up with? Because you were given like 7 days, right?
No, 90 days, but 7-point agenda.
7 points agenda. Now, what are the issues, with all these issues, recommendation talking about develop a sustainable framework for sport development, and also design a new architecture that will restructure Nigerian sport from service-oriented model to a development-oriented model. That is talking about a situation whereby you can actually privatize it in a way that can actually yield money and of course have more people going into sports. So what are the things that you guys have actually come up with?
We've just started our first retreat and it was awesome. Next week we're going to Abuja to have another 3-day retreat, and we're looking at 18-hour sessions and people come out of it smiling because we're getting somewhere. So the point I'm making is that we're nowhere near agreeing on where we should go, what the structures are, what the solutions are. We are
still talking.
Yes, the ingredients are coming together, and we might need you to help us cook it. Okay, finish the cooking.
Putting these together.
Yeah. So it's a long way. Okay. So the point I'm making, first we have to understand what it's all about, and we are inviting people to also make submissions on these 7-point agenda, and I think a lot of people are beginning to make a lot of submissions on our portal ngsportsreform.com.